Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to the Barry Allen the Flash podcast. With me, as always, is my co-host slash director Savitar. Um,
Hello there.
I know we said on the last one, which we did live, because we're recording this in advance, because I will likely not be sober for any of the weekend when we would be doing this live. So we're doing this ready. We're recording this one in advance, which I think is probably a bit of a better format as well.
Yeah, we also don't have as many connection issues because I can hear you perfectly.
Yeah, and I can hear you perfectly because there's nothing being taxed
Nice.
from me having to run a stream and keep Discord open for a voice call at the same time because I can't really just sort of say stuff and you respond in the stream chat
Oh yeah,
because
yeah.
that's
That's
not really
just
doable. Um,
nah. That's just long and tedious
I
and not
know.
possible on my mobile.
Yeah. Anyway, shall we get into this? We've got a 6-pointed plan for this one.
Yeah.
So first one is
Jump
about the
right
new
in.
Justice League movie. Have you actually seen that?
No, I haven't seen that yet. Actually,
Don't bother going to see it because I could give you a full-on rundown. Or you could watch the Avengers have this full-on rundown, but with less established characters.
wow. I mean, I watched some clips of it,
Yeah, the clips
when
that are
Super.
online. The clips that are
Yeah.
online. And then
YouTube and that.
it's basically like an Avengers story with less fleshed out and established characters.
But hey, it has my main Barry in it, so it's
um,
good.
he's probably one of the redeeming features that didn't make it as bad a flop as it has been at the box office, because I'm fairly
That
sure you'll have.
that's what a lot of the early screenings said as well. That he was one of the best parts of the movie. And I was there like, fuck yeah.
Him, Cyborg, and Wonder Woman were probably the only characters that were actually good in it. Probably because of how well they were acted. Henry Cavill is just fuck's sakes, we're back here again. Ben Affleck just looks like he's bored and he wants death, and Jason Momoa can't act for shit.
Who? Oh, Aquaman.
Yep, he can't. He
that's
can't. He can't act at
that's
all.
literally the whole that's literally the whole joke about Aquaman all the time, isn't it? Who? Oh, Aquaman. But this time it was legit. I was like, who the hell is Momoa or whatever his first name was? See, I
Jason.
can't remember even now. That's it.
He is so unmemorable as well. But the point we've got along with this first point, because it goes together, is whether our characters will have anything in common with them. So I'm gonna break this down for you. So it's basically I've said it's like this Avengers style movie where pretty much everyone is pointless and has no relevance whatsoever.
Barry. You can't say that Barry is pointless.
No, he's not pointless, but then again,
Good.
his character was written with the sole intention, and whether you've seen the movie or not, you just know it. His character was written with the sole intention of just being the comic relief slash
Yeah.
somewhat fourth wall breaker.
Did he break the fourth wall?
I mean, it's potentially you could argue he did, but then there are articles that have come out saying that Aquaman's entire backstory was cut from the film with deleted scenes.
Wasn't
And
that Aquaman cut? Season 1, episode 1 of The Flash. It's about Aquaman.
I
Cut
know,
scene.
I know. I saw the deleted scene. I'm just I somehow find this more interesting than the version we got in the film. And you can see just from the box office ratings, it's not doing well anywhere. But here's here's something that people really want to know is or probably will be asking, given the movies come out and stuff. Are our characters even going to have any similarity? No. No one's going to have, the over comical effect of, Barry in this film. And, yeah, he's a good
Yeah.
character, but, these are full on spoilers, by the way, so if you don't want them, then we may as well just skip this point. Do you mind about spoilers or not really, given I've said it's literally just a crap Avengers movie?
I don't care about spoilers.
Nah, so
That's
the very first time you see him, he's going to visit his dad in jail. He's got he's signing the
yeah.
document, and behind him is this guy who's just having a go at him for no reason. So you just see a flicker, you're just like, okay, he's probably used his powers. it cuts back to the guy, and he's just done your stereotypical like glasses, mustache, and everything, and he's obviously clueless. He doesn't think anything's happened.
Yeah, because I know that Justice League Flash is extremely.
Oh, hello, hello. I didn't hear you for a second there.
'Cause I've heard about how Justice League Flash is extremely fast compared to the TV show at first, because they're about equal now, aren't they? They're roughly about equal speeds now. Justice League
Here's the
and
thing though, like
TV show.
there is the running gag, literally running gag, because he's running. He will trip over so
Oh,
much.
oh yeah,
He trips over
I
about
saw that.
4 times in this movie. But like I really
Does
sort of
he?
yeah, he
But
does. He trips over whilst running about 4 times in the movie, and you can tell it's meant to be this like funny gag that they've got going on. It's just like, yeah, okay, I can sort of see that you've designed him to be the pure comic relief character. And to
yeah.
his credit, Ezra Miller does wonders with such awful writing as well.
So he did something not even Candice could redeem.
No,
Bad writing.
pretty much, yeah. Because like, look at his character in Fantastic Beasts as well. He can bring anything to any role, and he does it brilliantly.
Alright.
But like, literally, everyone who's in the Justice League has no reason to be there at all. They have no reason to be there.
Well,
Literally, the only one who's
except
the only one who's interested in joining Barry, sorry, not Barry, Bruce and Diana is Barry, and it's just like, oh yeah, I've got no friends, so maybe you guys can be my friends. Cyborg just joins
yeah.
because his dad gets taken, and then Aquaman joins because of peer pressure. Like, you've got this brief scene with Mira. Literally the only time you see her in this DC universe. They made a big deal out of like somewhat promoting her through like the images and stuff very early on. She's in it for
Alright.
like 2 minutes. Not even 2 minutes. And she's just like, oh yeah, you're this person's son and you have to go and do this and that and stuff. So he pretty much just joins out of peer pressure. Because then you
Wow.
realise he just lives in the sea and he's never been to Atlantis.
What?
Yeah, that's it. Like, he's never been to Atlantis, or at least that's what you get from the film, because he is pointless to it. Like, I'll give credit, like, the bit where he's sort of surfing through the building is in the final action sequence, which we'll get to in a second, is just bad. Because that action sequence is just bad. But, like, him surfing through, like, the building or whatever, pretty cool.
So you're telling me not only are we going to do a better job with the story than CW, we're also going to do better sequences in the film.
Yeah, we
Okay,
are. We are, because here's the problem with it. Diana spends about a 5 minute portion of the film explaining the backstory behind Steppenwolf, who, by the way, isn't any good. Like, he is just not good. He's not intimidating in any way. He doesn't really provide that much of a threat, because when Superman comes back, he just wipes the floor with him. Like, no way are they
So
on...
he's not Steppenwolf, he's Steppenmop.
Pretty much, yeah. Like, he's literally just mobbed up by Superman. He just punches him a couple of times,
Wow.
and then that's pretty much it.
Mm.
But,
Wow.
like, early on in the film, like, after a chase sequence on Themyscira, which was pretty good. I'll give it credit. It was pretty
Alright.
good action sequence. Diana spends this about 5 minute portion of the film explaining. I'm not sure if my mother wanted to see this because she asked me what it was like. It's just like, it's Batman v Superman, but the only difference here is it actually has a plot and not a very good one. And she hated Batman versus Superman. So I don't really think she cares about hearing the spoilers because my door's open. But like, it is literally that. It's Batman versus Superman with a less than average plot. But
Well,
like,
yeah. Well, I mean, Batman gets punched by Superman. So yeah, it is Batman versus Superman.
he does get punched and just thrown aside by Superman. Amy Adams is
Yeah,
awful.
just into a
Amy
car.
Adams is awful. She has no reason to be there because nothing about
Who?
her, like Lois Lane. She plays Lois Lane. And Amy Adams.
Lois Lane's in this.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's in the film. She does nothing to advance the plot. She's just there because fan service, if anything. Um,
so
yeah, but
you,
let me finish
so
this. So,
that's
in this portion of like the film where
oh,
Diana is explaining this backstory for Steppenwolf, you're not even interested in the backstory because obviously you've got your traditional movie flashback, right? You've got this
yeah,
massive battle going on between Steppenwolf and about billions of parademons and like the Atlanteans, the Amazons and humans, gods, and a Green Lantern as well, because they do actually show there is a Green Lantern who gets killed,
huh?
and that is probably the only bit of the film where I wasn't borderlining falling asleep.
Wow.
Like, there is nothing that really engages you. The bits with like Ezra Miller playing Harry, he has good chemistry, but like his dad, they cast his dad in the film. He does nothing to advance the plot either. There's half the
Yeah.
people who are there you could do in this movie without. Cyborg is like this B-Tech Iron Man who's just like, oh yeah, I can hack
Oh,
things, but I'm
beat.
not very interesting. But he's one of the better characters of it. The only one who really shines out and looks like he's actually trying is Ezra Miller.
Nice.
So,
Why is it always the Flash ones are better?
because like, um, you know how they gave the
He's a good
casting
character.
for I didn't. You know how they gave the casting for Ezra Miller? It was literally like what a few days after the first episode of season 1 of The Flash on CW.
Yeah, it was. I heard that
Um,
yesterday because Stephen Amell. I saw an interview with Stephen Amell, and he was saying about how it was like
how
2
they should
days
have
or
how
something
they
like
should have
that. 2
waited.
days.
Yeah, how they should have
Yeah,
waited before like revealing the news because
yeah.
then
It seems like they're trying to one up it.
he
Oh,
did he
he's
did
good. Well, he's this. Of idea, isn't it?
yeah. And then you have like there is nothing brought to the film. Like the parademons are just there's no explanation as to like why the parademons are there ahead of Steppenwolf because the opening sequence after your stupid portrait phone video interview with Superman, which by the way you're just like, oh god, here we go. It's just like Batman chasing some burglar, making him afraid to lure out a parademon, and then he just does something?
Chucks it off? No.
I've no idea, honestly, what he does, but like, I think I'm not the only one saying this. Batman wasn't even that good. Superman was just a waste of time, and pretty much most of the people in this movie you could have done without. Like, you had brief cameos from like J.K. Simmons playing Commissioner Gordon, and like, you're just like,
Oh,
is there any actual point? Like, Wonder Woman and Steppenwolf have a pretty good action sequence together, like when they're sort of going around saving
alright.
a number of hostages. And that's literally why Cyborg joins, because his dad was taken hostage. He's just like, fuck it,
Wow.
yeah, I'm into this now.
You feel like you'd probably be like that in real life though. So
No, but like, even regardless of real life, you're a human cyborg with like all the stuff Iron Man can do, plus a couple of extras. That is literally it.
there's one thing Iron Man can do that Cyborg can't
What?
have sex.
To be honest, that's a fair point because it's almost like they're trying to set up this like romantic relationship between Diana and Bruce, and you're just like, no, 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 you're ruining everything. And then yesterday I saw this like post from DC Comics on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
They're saying, oh yeah, blame the CEO of Warner Brothers. He's the one saying this should happen. He's the one saying this and that and stuff. It's
Oh,
just like,
DC themselves aren't happy.
now, here's my perspective is, maybe you should just stop hiring shite screenwriters and directors. Maybe then the CEO isn't having to say, try doing this to fix the film.
No.
Because like people are for some reason campaigning for Zack Snyder's version of the film to be released because you can tell it's Joss Whedon's, and a lot of the
Yeah.
reshoot that Joss Whedon did was actually dialogue related, so it wasn't actually on the action sequences. For some reason, despite the fact they hated the last two films Snyder did, Batman vs Superman and Man of Steel, right? They're
Yeah.
for some reason campaigning for his version to be released, which is like
Yeah, because he.
which is like 3 hours plus. And it's just like I've just watched 2 hours of a film that is awful, and I'm not gonna get those 2 hours back. That's
But you don't have to. You saw Barry. That's what's that's
he's the
what's
only
redeemed it.
redeeming feature yet. Like I think the total amount of screen time he adds up to because they're trying to put the focus onto like literally everyone else. He's just there when he has to be. He comes up to maybe like 10 minutes total screen time. I think I might be
Because
wrong.
apparently they cut a lot of his stuff out as well.
Yeah, apparently, and like, regardless of how much they cut, it's just like you
He's
really
alright.
need. He's all right, but like he's the only like redeeming feature of the film, besides like the Amazon chase sequence and the bit where it's just like the backstory battle between Steppenwolf and stuff, and you're just like, oh, here's how we guarded it. Here's how the Atlanteans guarded it. The humans just dug a hole.
Really?
They just dug a hole, hid this mother box, and then for some reason, Cyborg's father has it. It's just like, oh, I've got this mother box. Like somehow it's saved my son's life.
Okay.
And here's
Not
the
weird at
thing.
all.
Here's the thing. Like, I've no idea when they had that like footage of the cameos of like the other Justice League members found.
Alright.
Um,
Huh.
by the way, the Aquaman one of those creates some continuity issues, but let's not go into that. The
Oh
whole
wow.
yeah, we'll go into that in a sec. Heck, before like 10 minutes of this is up.
So is this for the fan game or is this a review of Justice League?
Is a review, and then it's like saying whether our characters will have anything in common with them.
It's basically 2-in-1. So
Yeah, it is. It's
people watching
literally a
this
two in
next
one
week
point because
should be happy.
you look at the plan and it's just like, oh, yeah, there you go. We've got better stuff to talk about later on though. So,
Oh good.
but like literally, they throw around some pointless Easter eggs and stuff, and then there you go. Oh, but like, um,
Wow.
there is nothing about the film to make you really just want to sit there in a cinema and watch it.
What would you do if they actually cast Tom Cavanaugh as the actual Eobard the Thorn? What would you do?
I might actually give a damn, but there are rumors it's actually meant to be a Flashpoint movie, and depending on the the financial
Yeah.
situation of this movie, because I think overall the reshoots cost an extra like $300 million to do and
Really?
stuff or something. So I think like the total of the film is like 600 million to make. America hasn't even
Jesus.
scraped. America has barely gone over 90 million.
That's why they should have. That's why they should have released Zack Snyder's version first.
No, I think like I only really went to
uh,
see it because I had a glimmer of hope after Joss Whedon went in and did reshoots. Because otherwise, I probably wouldn't have even seen it at all.
all right. You just found the Flash parts online just for the game.
I could have just found them online for the game, and it would have been a lot
Yeah.
less of a time waste.
Well, except for the time spent searching for those with all the copyright blocks and stuff. So
Nah, like
you might have just sat through the whole film anyway.
I probably could have just like waited until the film came out, looked at the clips that people would have
Yeah.
uploaded, and be like, I've essentially found like this whole film in one. Um,
Oh
well,
yeah.
but will our characters have anything similar? No, they won't because
No.
no, they're not going to because it is literally just like the Flash is
Batman's not.
somewhat too comical in it. He's too much the comic relief
Yeah.
sort of factor of the film, and it's very obvious that they're relying on him for that. That is like the
Yeah.
main reason he's there.
For example, one of the cut scenes, if I remember correctly, I just pushed some people and ran away.
Yeah,
That just
that's one of
gives it away.
the bits, and it's just like I like that scene because it's just like, oh yeah, it seems
Oh
really
yeah.
cool. That you guys are ready to do battle and everything, but I've never even done battle. I've just pushed some people and then run
Run
away,
away.
and it's just
Which
like
he also did. Which he did in a different deleted scene as well.
I don't think I've seen that deleted scene, but it's just like
Remember? Oh wait, was the scene in the film where there was that robot or something, and he danced around it and pushed it into the wall through the door and stuff?
I honestly don't remember, but like think of
Oh,
Barry
it's
as
in the
like
trailer.
think of Barry as this like Peter Parker from Spider-Man: Homecoming, because that
I
film
haven't seen
itself.
Homecoming.
You haven't seen Homecoming?
No.
Okay, well think of like the new Peter Parker then, and that is literally like the Barry Allen we've got here. He's just too comical.
But hey, at least ain't 15 years old all of a sudden.
No, the actor was like 20 when that film came out, so he's like 20 or something now. So he's like closer to the age of like a high school kid. Let's move on to the next point because I'm tired of talking about Justice League.
Oh, before that, got chicken.
Hang on a sec, I can't hear you.
I said my chicken just flew in the house. But anyway, um, you hear me, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. At the end of the film, he got that he got his job at
Yeah,
that
he
time.
got the job and then it's just like this whole random thing of like, as I said earlier, most of the characters and people in this film don't even need to be there, and you'd have probably
Yeah.
saved millions.
But you know what confuses me?
What?
If he gets the job at the end of the film, how did he have his powers?
Yeah, yeah, I know because there are like
Has
there are loads of continuity issues, and we'll go to that later if we've got
has he
time.
all?
There are loads of
Maybe
continuity issues,
maybe
which
he's
we'll go
already
to
stuck.
later if we've got time.
Maybe he's already stuck his dick in the timeline.
Yeah, let's talk about the script between Godspeed and the mystery character, because that's
Oh,
finally out, and it's probably a much more interesting topic than, like, what people already know about Justice League, but with, like, the
yeah,
full-on sort of spoilers
yeah.
given.
I realised he has got his dick in the timeline. Batman versus Superman.
Oh yeah, there was some sort of scene with that, but yeah, script between
Yeah,
Godspeed and mystery character. What
yeah.
did you think?
I thought it was quite good.
Yeah, you gave
It
it,
was
like,
good.
a 9 out of 10
Yeah,
and stuff, because, it's sort of like what's funny is like I was debating, do I want to make the mystery character know who Godspeed actually is and actually sort of force him into doing what he wants? And I think that seemed like something he would do because
oh yeah,
even in the script, he never says his name to Godspeed. Like, and you sort of get reference of like, oh yeah, I know I'm not going to be the one who fights you, but I don't need to worry about are trying to hide from you because there is already something that will catch you anyway, sort of thing. Like there is that
yeah,
line, there is that line as well. Because let me go read the line. If you kill me, you only doom yourself. Other people can carry out all my plans, all my instructions, and will still break you. All you will do is delay the inevitable, and you will die after everyone you love has been taken from you. Answer me this, heart. Am I really worth killing when we have a common goal that saves more lives than takes? And then there's the other line before that where he says, I never said I would be the one to fight you, and I will have no need to hide when you finally learn fear. I promise you now, Godspeed, everyone, including you, has something to fear.
yeah,
You can see who that's a reference to because we spoke
yeah,
about him last time, but
yeah.
no
Yesterday
one.
for us. No, day before yesterday for us.
Yeah.
Uh,
So like Monday, Monday the
yeah,
what 19th? Yeah, 19th.
I believe so. Yeah,
It was the 19th, yeah, when we did the last
nice.
podcast. And we're recording this 2 days later. No, yeah, 2 days
Three.
later.
Oh, 2,
3 days
yeah.
later.
No, done.
3 days later. Um, it was something. It was at some point.
Yeah.
No, it was the 20th. Sorry.
Yeah, I thought
Then
so. I thought so.
yeah, because we spoke about that particular character it's referencing last time, and it's just like Oh, hello. So there now you know why there might be a potential rivalry between Godspeed and the mystery character, because he's pretty much
Yeah.
being forced into this. Because for some reason the mystery character
But,
wants the Flash to act the way Godspeed wants,
yeah.
or at least that's the impression you get.
Yeah. That's what I've got as well. Oh my god.
Nah, but like, tell me, like, what kind of threat do you see this mystery character being?
Well, if he wasn't, if he wouldn't, if he doesn't get stopped, then he'd be a massive threat, obviously.
Yeah, and the question is, like, does he get stopped truly?
Oh, I like where this is going.
Yeah, because like
I mean,
he's very sly. Like he knows what he's doing. He knows a lot of like tricks of trade and stuff.
Jesus. Sorry about that.
No, that's fine.
Diamond, put it down. Put it down.
We apologise for the current interruption. Savitar is currently babysitting. Savitar, you there? Okay, well,
I'm here.
okay, yep. I was about to say,
My, yeah.
yeah, just
My big
just
brother just picked
yeah,
that chicken up.
yeah, just a quick sort of disclaimer. um, Savitar is currently babysitting at the time of this podcast. So there
Yeah.
might be sudden blanked out kind of moments. So don't be surprised. Um,
I'm also playing a speedster. Playing in for a second son. I've got neon power. I can
oh
run
yeah,
up walls,
fairs,
run fast.
yeah. Because you know, does he get stopped truly? Because he knows a lot of like tricks of the trade and stuff, and it's going to be a very sort of interesting idea behind him. Like
Yeah.
he knows what he's doing, and he just doesn't give one. And like
1
then.
minute. I've got to... sorry about this.
No, that's fine.
I mean, he's free, so I don't have to be in there with him, thankfully.
Yeah. But
Stand outside and talk. But...
yeah, like it's this whole sort of thing where um does he truly get stopped, or is he going to come back in some way, but is he going to be a lot sort of weaker? And I think that would sort of
Oh.
lay down the potential for him to, at least in your mind,
Yeah.
be the villain in the potential Green Arrow fan game. But like
Oh yeah.
Green Arrow
Got
knows nothing
he's got to be
about
there somehow.
yeah, Green Arrow knows nothing about this character at the time of this sort of scene, because this is sort of after all the main events of the game. It's something to give people to theorize, but there might be more than
Yeah.
one. There might be more scenes made with this character in.
All right.
I expected you to be more intrigued by that. I'm not gonna lie. No, but there will probably be more scenes with that character, but they will not be with Godspeed. They might be with him just talking with another person, and in the whole thing. Enough on the mystery character, I suppose, and like the script there, because we've already said a lot.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why you've just copy and pasted the plan.
No, you'll see. Keep on watching.
Okay, okay, you're. Hey, let's just
Okay,
quickly.
look now.
Just waiting for it. Oh, right, I see. That's a good idea, actually. Hey, let's just talk about throwing away the plan, jokes. I mean, Snot's character. Literally how I wrote it. Um,
Ahead of them.
I mean, it's Snot. What do you expect? He's pretty much going to be exactly like he is in the show. But
Good.
like,
Because if he didn't, boy, I would come and whip him into shape. Like, no, he's in that show.
well, because you know, he's like that. He's going to be like that because like he's literally just around to rob a few banks in this, and he's pretty much formed the Rogues. They're meant to be like this sort of team working together, and they just want to piss
with
off the
models.
Flash for a bit of fun while getting some money out of it. So that's literally what they're going to be doing.
they act like teenagers, basically, don't they?
They do in a way,
Piss
and
off the
like,
authority,
but
piss off the
then
authority, and get money. I mean, you can't.
well, no. Think about it this way. Think about it this way. You know how you see them like act in the comics. They're a lot more veteran like as opposed to like in
All right.
this in what this will be because the comics they do actually end up. I imagine you've read the story. They do accidentally end up killing the Bart Allen version of the Flash. I
Say that
believe.
again.
I do believe they end up killing like the Bart Allen version of the Flash as well. So there's that, but then there's also
Oh,
um because Inertia sort of is able to manipulate them into doing it. He wants to get the Speed Force.
yeah.
Then Wally
I
West
mean,
comes along. He pretty much frees it. He really
he
does.
freezes him.
He does a thing to
Steals all
Inertia.
the speed. He
Yeah,
steals all the Inertia's speed, and Inertia's just there, just as a statue now.
pretty much. Like it would take him like 1,000 years just to even blink.
Blinker, yeah.
Um,
Against his sympathies. What?
yeah, he somehow gets freed because comics, and then you've got the
Yeah.
Flash. Well, not sorry, the Flash, the Rogues
I
who
tell you how
come
he, I
along and
tell
kill
you how
him.
he managed to get free.
Oh
I tell
yeah,
you how he managed to get free.
oh yeah.
Calcified Speed Force energy.
Probably, probably.
Yeah.
Um, to be honest,
It's just a formed
that
version.
that would make sense.
Comics. It would make sense.
Comics, anything goes. But then there's like the
Lesbians?
whole
What?
yeah, anything goes in comics. But then there's the whole thing of like
Yeah.
the Rogues go out and kill Inertia, and they leave a note saying, "Tell the Flash we're even," because you kill a hero in like comics, and you are just pretty
Yeah.
much like you're equivalent to killing a police officer, even just as a bank robber.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's what happened there. So is there going to be like the potential that goes down and happens? Not particularly.
Uh,
I don't think they'll go into any
Wait,
like
what?
direct rivalry with any
Oh,
other speedster.
yeah.
They're not going to go into rivalry with like Eobard Thorn or anything.
Well, yeah, because Eobard Thorns ruled them in the past.
You see it so many times because like in the animated Flashpoint Paradox movie, I believe, like Thorn has like
One
manipulated
sec.
the Rogues. Okay, again. And we will wait. There's always something in these podcasts. Come on, Savitar. Dun, 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 dun.
Well, this is a good thing that this is recorded and not
I can
live.
I can
Cut all
pretty
the
much just ask someone to
yeah,
edit it.
edit the
I can
edit
just.
these parts out because I have to go for a little while. Wonderful.
Is that now?
Let's just yeah
Oh,
yeah
what?
now.
Can you not like delay it?
No, because my mum's got to go like get prescriptions like from doctors like colds and infections or something like chests and that. And my brother's asleep upstairs.
Just talk
Oh
quietly.
yeah, I've got to keep an ear out.
Just talk quietly and listen.
No, I've got to listen for him though, because he's quiet when he flies.
Mate, you're on the phone. You can take that upstairs.
Yeah, but I've got a baby brother downstairs as well.
Take the other one. Take the other one upstairs.
No, I'll probably have to have it on loudspeaker or something, but even then I can't promise that. But then you have to get the echo as well. So yeah, just give me like 20-ish minutes, and then we'll continue.
I don't really have like 20-ish minutes because I've got to like go soon.
Oh crap!
So we need to do this and wrap it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we are only halfway through.
Yeah. Let's finish this third point. Stop recording. then later or tomorrow, whenever we can record the other half, put them together.
We're not going to be able to do it that way though because I've got work
Ah,
tomorrow as
crap.
well after college.
Friday.
My birthday.
Oh, it's your birthday on Friday. Shazer. What time do you get back? Wherever you go in at 4, whatever it was.
I've honestly no idea.
Oh,
So
crap.
you're gonna have to take it up there with you, mate.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, once my mum leaves, obviously, because otherwise I'll get in trouble. we'll have to burst through the rest of it in like 20, 30 minutes
Yeah, we're
at
gonna.
most.
Yeah,
Yeah, literally no more references to anything else, just full info.
yeah.
So yeah, I'll be back on the call in about 5-10 minutes.
Uh, well, you could just like stay on it for a minute and then go up just as she
Yeah.
leaves.
Oh yeah, I do that.
But back to
Now where was I?
yeah, Snart's character. He's not really gonna have that kind of
Yeah.
rivalry with any other sort of speedster because that's
Alright.
you look at the comics and stuff and you look at all the DC stuff and you're just like, this is not the first time that they have actually been like manipulated by speedsters. Thorn's manipulated them. So that's pretty much what happens there.
Alright. Right, dumb. I won't use my phone just then. Till mum comes in, tidy up.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So that is like what is currently going on, and you're just left there with the question of how many times are they going to let this happen? So that's pretty much the Rogues summed up. Like Leonard Snart will be just so similar to anything else.
Nice.
So that's the third point done with.
Cool.
So you're gonna go ahead and cross that out. Let's talk about like the current villain for Supergirl though. Let's talk about her quickly. You know nothing about her, so I've got to sort of like explain this to you.
Yes.
How much do you know about like the character Rain from like the comics?
She's Superman's cousin. She
No,
was sent to protect him.
no, that's
Oh, what?
Supergirl. How much do you know about the character Rain?
Rain? Who the hell's that?
I'll type it out for you. Like that.
Yeah, that's how I saw it. Don't know who that is.
So she's basically like this quote unquote world killer, and in the show for some reason she's like this thing of like so many, however many centuries of science on Krypton before it exploded. She's born as like a baby. She's stuffed into a pod because
Huh.
Krypton. And off she goes to Earth. She's found in like a similar fashion to Supergirl and Clark and pretty much any alien that comes crashing out of the sky. And
Alright.
here's the thing though, people have been very unhappy with like the way Supergirl villains of the last 2 seasons have gone for like the big bad. So instead of like making things so complicated, is like she actually has like this whole reason like she'll end up turning into the villain both consciously and unconsciously, because the last night's Monday night's Supergirl episode was pretty much designed around her sort of like figuring that out, because I think by episode 9 she needs to be in her costume. She goes and fights Supergirl. And basically like her name is Rain, and then it turns into this like code word, and it causes her a lot of pain. She's suddenly spoken a Kryptonian language, and the translation is "I have awoken," and that is literally the last scene of the episode.
Woke.
So, like she's apparently, according to like this scientist hologram from her own fortress, which is called the Fortress of Sanctuary. He
Whip.
meant to be there to give justice or something, but like they're not gonna like
Alright.
that. Then and they've said she's gonna reign over humanity or something. But like here's the point I'm getting to: how similar she is to Godspeed in this game, because the creators of Supergirl described her as Supergirl is on this journey, so we wanted the villain for the season to also be on this journey. And you actually realize she has genuinely got stuff she could potentially lose. He found out she was an alien then, and so through the last sort of 7 episodes, we've been able to get to know her character. We've been able to become sympathetic for her as well.
Yeah.
And the way you've
She's
become no, the way you've become sympathetic for her character is like she actually does have a genuine daughter. So,
She has a genuine.
yeah, the character has a daughter. So,
Oh, I couldn't hear that. You cut out for a second.
yeah, no, I was thinking like when I saw this. Okay, so we know she's the villain for season 3. Is something potentially going to happen to her daughter? And while that's not completely ruled out, it doesn't really seem to be teasing it that way. So, how is she similar to Godspeed, you're probably asking? Well, fill in the blanks. Godspeed has a brother who gets killed. He wants to do good, but he has more of this sort of moral grey area.
He's the anti-hero.
Yeah, and like, then there's the question of Rain, who's like the leader of this group in the comics called the World Killers. They sound like a very friendly bunch, I know.
The Council of Reigns.
No, they're not even like that. They just sound like this really friendly bunch. We'll ignore the fact that Mon-El came back because it's just more stupid relationship drama. So,
Oh God.
Yep.
People want Kara and Oliver to get together. Yeah.
I'd actually be more down for that than Kara and Mon-El or Oliver and Felicity.
Well,
so
yeah, because Oliver has to learn not to be in control all the time.
But
yeah,
going
a flying girlfriend.
A flying girlfriend is pretty much in
from the sky. She'd fly him in. He goes bows and arrows. Oh my God! I fucking ship it now, don't I? Fuck. Shit. Why do I do this to my?
What is it like, Cariver? I guess. Cariver would be the ship name.
Oliver.
It'll be one of those two. So she's essentially like, in a way, they're trying to tease her in this show, to be like this anti-hero, the villain. But like then you're looking like, what are her motives? Like, is it because she's being mind controlled and she'll be redeemed at the end of the season, or what exactly?
I hope there is a redemption at some point in the CW. I've only been wanting it for the last 2 seasons. Zoom, I thought they was going to give him some speed.
They tried
cure him.
They tried a whole redemption arc possibility for him and Savitar, but then I think the writers just realised, hang on, if we do this, we're not going to have a villain. Quick, change it.
But with Savitar, they could have summed that up quick. They could have summed up quickly before he got erased from existence.
They could have sorted it quickly, and then he would have like decided to go and torture Barry again somehow, or whatever.
Yeah, I've got an idea for the Savitar story for the game. I'll tell you about it later. It involves a much better ending than season 3.
I can't lie. I was somewhat disappointed with like all of the final fight thing. Like
season 3 finale, that was a flop.
Yeah,
it was a flop. And season 3, my favourite season. I still found that episode a flop.
Yeah, like I think the best scenes of Savitar were the fight scene in episode 15 of season 3 and episode 22, where he sadly doesn't kill Iris, but we think he has for about a week. God damn it, CW! You had to leave that character.
I loved the fight scene. I loved the fight scene in episode 15 because that was even more proof that Savitar was Barry. I mean, if you watch, you know when he says to Barry about your mother, your father, trust me, you'll never get over this. Remember that part?
Yeah.
If you watch carefully, you know when Savitar's controlling Julian.
Yeah. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. And
what?
But
Julian's eyes tear up.
Yeah. And then again, people are going to wonder, like, so why would this villain of Supergirl be the one to get the redemption arc? Why in the show would she get a redemption arc? And my answer's simple. Like, she's been shown as
that's why.
No, not really, not completely, because she's also shown along with like the other characters she's interacted with, be it Kara, be be Lena Luthor.
Uh,
Before you ask, yes, she is related to Lex Luthor, but she's
Lex
actually a good
Luthor,
guy.
sister or something like that, or auntie.
Half sister,
There we go.
half sister because reasons, and
Yeah.
she hates her
Can't be
mother and
cool.
all that. She hates her stepmother and all that.
Lovely.
Let's not go into that. That's a whole thing
Yeah.
for another podcast.
That's more drama. We don't need that. No drama here.
No drama.
No drama here. Oh wait. Does that mean we have to kick you out then? No, I'm only joking.
No, it means if anything happens, we need to call Keemstar.
Yes. Keemstar.
Unfortunately, I do not have his number on speed dial, so I'm hoping you might.
Did someone say speed dial? Am I right?
Yeah, but so I think it's because like
Just never make speed puns around me. I'm too fast for that.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, so she's gonna it's sort of being teased that like she probably will have this redemption arc because everything that's been happening to her is mind control and like she would the character had like a teen pregnancy. She had a kid when she was like maybe 16, 17. Her adoptive mother.
Oh God, Rick and Morty. What? No.
Her adoptive mother kicked her out for it because let's be
Wow.
old fashioned and show the troubles of today's society. But, to be honest, though, it gives more reason for a character to be sympathetic. So, where people will fault the writing of like the big bads for seasons 1 and 2, I think the writers have learned their lesson and they're just like, yeah, we need to sort of give this character reason to be sympathetic while she's like this possible redemption arc. And we've not really seen what she's going to do, whether she's going to retain her memories, whether she sort of becomes like jealous of Supergirl or something, because there's nothing that's really teased or shown that thus far.
Yeah. Do I kind of feel sorry for a second here? What I feel sorry for, Barry in season 1.
Yeah.
I'm annoyed with the fact that he come and destroyed Eobard's time sphere because, oh boy, there was a deleted scene in that episode revealing that Eobard had family in the future. He wanted to go back and see.
Like
no wonder they cut that out. No wonder they cut that out because that would have hit the audience hard, seeing him get erased from existence, knowing he has a family.
Yeah, but like then you've got his time remnant running around and doing stuff in Legends of Tomorrow and the Flash and all that. So it doesn't really matter, does it? Because he's not been erased.
Except, well, he has, but that's the remnants of him. Hence the name Time Remnants. Think about it, his family doesn't have time remnants. Barry wiped an entire. Well, not Barry.
He's going to be born in the future. He's going to be born in the future somehow, anyway. So
he's going to be born in the future so that he can come back in time and make it so Eddie kills himself, so that he doesn't exist. It's confusing.
Time loops.
That's why he never killed you. Yeah. It's like Savitar. That was not a full time loop like people think. There was two Savitars. There was two Savitars. The original one, then the one that future Barry obviously beat up and stole his suit and become Savitar himself. Because otherwise they wouldn't. Because the time loop can't. A time loop can't happen without a start. There can't be no beginning, no end. Because if there's no beginning, there's no fucking time loop.
Yeah. Whereas I think like if the Speed Force is across like all the multiverse, which they pretty much sort of
all multiverses and all timelines. Every single possible moment in every.
They're like Jesus' version of the Thinker at this point. No, you can't really deny that.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's why I think this villain will have the redemption arc, because we've grown to know her as a character, and like the actress who plays her is brilliant, so I don't really think they'll get rid of her.
Yeah.
I just want to see like, is she gonna consciously know that she is this villain, or is she mind controlled and she thinks
like Julian with alchemy?
Yeah.
It's gonna be that.
She is the big bad of the 3rd season of Supergirl. Let's just lay that down. But then it's like the whole issue of
what is it? What is it with season 3's and mind controls? I don't know about Arrow though.
No, there wasn't really any mind control in season 3 of Arrow. There was manipulation. There was manipulation, if that counts. But
alright.
Yeah.
I mean, there's mind control in Legends of Tomorrow season 2, which was around about the same time as Flash season 3. So there was 2 Michael
Here's the funny
Charles at the
thing:
same time.
Supergirl and Legends of Tomorrow are both on their 3rd season this year.
Yep. It's mad to think that, isn't it? Because I remember watching it I remember Legends of Tomorrow in this case from the start. I've still got to catch up on the second half of season 2 because
Don't bother, because it just goes downhill. You can look at like clips and you still get a solid version of the story.
Oi!
Just go straight to season 3.
Nah.
Just go straight to season
I
3.
think
It's more worth the while.
Yeah, don't bother about missing an entire half a season. Yeah.
No, because it's
Especially when
not
that
that
season's-
good. Like it was sort of going downhill anyway, so just don't bother with it. But then, but yeah, so I think she'll have a redemption arc, and we're
Yeah.
sort of going to tease that with Godspeed. I think that he could have the possible redemption arc in a future game installment. All that touchy-touchy
Oh my God.
mojo aside, let's talk about the crossover that's coming up. Without sort of revealing any spoilers for me, I'll pretty much say that all
Yeah.
I've seen is like
Okay, they go to the 1960s and they've all
no.
changed.
I'm really hoping you were
It's
joking
not.
with that one.
Yeah, I am joking. It's nothing to do with sex. It's nothing to do with that.
No, but I have seen I've seen like versions of the characters in costume. I've seen that like I think Tom Cavanaugh is playing the version of the Flash in the crossover.
Oh, so you've seen that? Yes, that is what gets me so fucking triggered. They better have a good explanation for that, because the cartoon prequel that explains that, the Dark Flash in that is fucking Earth X Barry, not Wells or Thorne, whoever.
I don't know. Maybe they went along with that because, like, obviously, if they had if they had Grant playing 2 characters again, it would be different. So I don't know. Maybe they just wanted the Barry to look different. And
I'm
stuff.
hoping it's an older Barry. Because
Yeah.
people used to say there were so many similarities between Wells and Barry that it could very well easily be.
Yeah, that would work. Mostly what I've seen is like stuff in like people in costume.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. I know they're bringing in a version of like the season 5 villain of Arrow, Prometheus, like Prometheus X or whatever his name is.
Prometheus X, yeah. Prometheus X, no.
Then they're also bringing in this character called the Ray. He's apparently getting like his own sort of show version.
Yeah.
But like
The Ray's gay.
Is he actually? Or were you just saying?
Sure he is.
I don't know.
No, I'm pretty sure he is.
I actually don't.
I'm pretty sure he's either gay or bisexual. Can't remember.
One of the two then. And you think?
Yeah, because some people liken it to the title of the show he's on, Freedom Fighters, and it was likening that to the whole LGBT thing. And how his character's like that anyway. I have to look it up.
Oh yeah, but like, so they're making some sort of animated show on it, but like, people probably are gonna wonder like, are we doing like any potential add-ons to the game like based on the crossover where you can sort of play through it? I don't think we should.
Possibly.
I don't think we should.
We don't need to. We don't need to. But
like, I don't really think we should. I think we should leave the crossovers from each season alone because like it's sort of already everything brought together in a glorified Justice League fashion anyway. And
how dare you say that?
Nah, but like it's an actual good.
We're getting unique costumes, ish.
Nah, but like consider the fact it's a good it's an actual good it's a good version of like the Justice League that comes to fight their evil selves. And here's something that really ties into this at the same time of like this crossover happening. DC Universe Online have like events where you're able to go to Earth 3 and like fight the crime syndicate and stuff. So I think people have said to the people doing that, oh yeah, go do this because we're doing a crossover pretty much around it. Have fun, go. But like,
yeah, God, that costume is so bad. It literally is a reverse Flash, different emblem, a little gas mask.
I'm really intrigued to see what they do with it because I've seen like Tom Cavanaugh in it with like the sort of cowl down, like it's not actually on his head yet. So
yeah, but that's because they're the masks things. They just blink away, come idea. They fade away.
This is a different Earth, so I can suppose you could say it's like different technology and stuff. So I mean, I'll be intrigued to see.
So advanced, it's like magic.
pretty much. And like, there's another reason I didn't want to see any like trailers or anything. I think I saw like
Yeah.
some trailer for the last year's crossover with the Dominators, and I wasn't really impressed at all by the Dominators being the villains for a crossover. I think they should have done something
Yeah.
multiverse based there, or another kind of
Yeah.
villain. And
It
instead,
was
they really
weird.
shouldn't have used them. The only reason they've used them is because now it sets up the Dominators have been used again in like Legends of Tomorrow season 3. That is the only
I
purpose
heard,
they've served.
I've heard rumors about them, but
Nah, they do
didn't
appear. It's
know it.
like a baby Dominator falls into a friendship with like the young Ray Palmer and Secret
Oh
Service
my
and
fucking
stuff.
god, it's ET. It's fucking ET then, isn't
they
it?
they draw references to ET that are so
Oh
painfully
fuck.
obvious.
I was only
They are
joking. I was only joking.
no, they do make so many ET references. It is actually painful because I've seen ET, masterpiece of a film, and then you've got this. So I don't really think we should even bother trying to make a whole crossover thing for it.
Alright.
Like, we shouldn't make any add-ons to the game around it. Like, we really shouldn't touch the crossovers. That's the one rule you should have. Do not touch the fucking crossovers.
Yeah.
I don't know if you agree or not, because, like, you've seen all the crossovers, I imagine. Like,
I like the crossovers.
yeah, so hence why I really want to leave them alone, because we really wouldn't be able to do them justice with like a fan-based game. If we were making an actual properly official game for it, that would make a lot more sense as well,
Yeah.
because they'd say, we think people would love to sort of play through this and to have the freedom to
Oh
explore
yeah.
or in your world. But in terms of this, no. We wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to do them justice, and that's why I don't think we should do them.
Yeah. But I mean, the skins, that's a totally different matter. We can get the skins. The skins are easy. Especially
Oh,
in some cases where you change the flipping colours. That's it.
yeah, the
You can
skins,
do dark
the
flash.
skins and the models would be the easy part, but like it's just the
Yeah.
fact of
And they're optional. And like, completing
like
an arena, get a skin.
yeah, like maybe you can do that and make that like the closest thing to a quote unquote add-on for it.
Yeah. Because it's not really add-on, is it? It's there from the start.
Yeah, but like I don't know, maybe we can add in the costumes from the Crisis on Earth X
Oh yeah.
thing, but I don't really think we should try doing that. But I think
So,
you can cross out 4 and 5 because we're going to move on to the final point of the podcast. We'll spend a good sort of 12 minutes talking about that.
I was about to say.
Which past villain, Godspeed, and Savitar are most like in this game?
1 sec. Crossing it out. I couldn't hear what you saying. Okay, say it again.
Discuss which past villain, Godspeed, and Savitar are most like in this game.
Oh.
Straight up, like, be it Flash villain or anything else. Like, I'm pretty sure you know the big bads of, like, each of the other seasons of each TV show.
I know. I like season 2 of Arrow was Deathstroke.
Yep.
Season 4 of Arrow was Damien Dark.
Yep. He's back in
Season
Legends,
5
by the
was-
way. He's back in Legends.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
So's his daughter.
Um,
His daughter's alive and well and is able to use
His
magic.
daughter. Oh, okay.
She's there.
Season 5 was season 5 was Prometheus. Season 6 is Vigilante.
No, season 6 isn't Vigilante.
Wait, what?
I think it's Richard Dragon.
It's what?
I think it's Richard Dragon who's the main villain for it. But they've only shown him in like one episode so far. And season 1 was the Dark Archer.
Oh, Dark Archer. Wasn't that Malcolm Merlin or something?
Yeah.
Oh.
And they spent so much time turning him into this anti-hero, just like, why did we bother making him a villain in the first place?
So was he basically Prometheus, but he didn't want to turn Oliver into a killer because Oliver already was a killer.
No, he basically wanted to destroy the Glades and stuff, so he decided to build a couple of earthquake machines and destroy the Glades, which is like a whole number of city blocks because his wife was killed there.
Hold up. Earthquake machine.
2 earthquake machines.
Yeah, like I said, earthquake machines. What?
You know,
What?
just go watch Arrow season 1 and
I've got
stuff.
to watch it at some point, remember?
Yeah,
I don't really have any time though. That's the problem. College.
mate, just skip college all the time and just watch these instead. It'll be far more productive. Um,
No, trust me. I need this. I need this. My college. That is not the shows.
okay, well, I don't know, stay up all night or
I'll,
something and watch them at some point.
I'll do that, but without the watching.
Well, maybe you should
One,
watch them at night then.
one.
Yeah. So, which I think like they'll be more relatable to Arrow villains probably, but which villains do you think they're going to be most like in the game? And we wait. Savitar, still there? I really need to contact an editor. Savitar, can you hear me?
Back in a minute.
Thank God, I was about to type, where are you? So which of the villains from like Arrow and the Flash do you think Godspeed and Savitar are going to be most like?
My mum's
Rapid
back
fire,
leaving
go.
again. So
I think like Godspeed's going to be most like Prometheus from season 5. Which one do you think? Savitar. God damn it. Um. Well, while he's waiting to come back to life, thank you. I think Godspeed will be most like Prometheus, and like Savitar will be
and we're
pretty
back in
much.
business.
Yes, we are. Um,
Sorry about that.
I think Savitar will be a bit like Ra's al Ghul this time round.
Ra's al Ghul, actually.
I pronounce it Raz.
Is that his name? Isn't that how his name's pronounced? Ra's al Ghul or something?
Who really
I ain't know
cares?
because of
Like, you could pronounce it either way and
Gecko.
no one cares.
But no, so what was you saying about Savitar then?
I think in terms of like which villain from the past he'll be most like in this game, Ra's al Ghul.
Oh wait, that was the season 3 villain, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Oh, and that was him trying to turn Oliver into the next Ra's al Ghul or something like
yeah,
that.
into the
Or,
next Ra's al Ghul.
yeah,
So essentially, they took a Batman storyline, but did it with Green Arrow because they've just realised Batman is shite, so all they're going to do is tease him every now and then.
but no, that is like Savitar is like him then trying to turn Barry into another version of him.
Yeah, yeah. So like that's pretty much it. Rapid fire.
My baby, my other baby brother woke up.
Ah,
Good thing I was doing my thing, standing by the door. Otherwise, I would not have heard him.
hmm.
1 sec, Asti.
Okay.
So the last point. Oh wait, we're halfway through that. 1
No,
minute.
like I think the last point is pretty much done. I'm not gonna lie.
All right. Cool.
So let's rattle off the ways people can actually help, because once again that didn't work last time.
Yeah.
It's another reason I said we should record this in advance.
Yeah. And then now the next time that you're trying to say about it, and my baby brother's screaming, are we ever going to be able to say how people can help?
No, but you've still got that
Something
poster
happens-
which you need to upload onto Twitter and give me to put onto Twitter and stuff as
Yeah.
well.
I'm able to do that. I need to do that at college tomorrow.
Yeah, Ian, send that to me over Discord or something.
Maybe I'll skip English. No.
So ways you guys can help are: we need animators for cutscenes, we still need voice actors. Link in description for where to go to audition. Any questions around the auditions, please email the email that is actually at the bottom of the description, barryallen.theflash@g.
And it's spelled
auditions@gmail.com.
Allan, not Allen.
Yeah, the spelling and stuff is all in the description. I don't really care if people get mad at me for that. And
Wow.
and also, other ways you guys can help are we're looking for like potential junior writers team. I certainly am. I've got a lot of scripts to write, and no one else has currently submitted any to my knowledge. So juniors writers team would be nice. We'll get you into the writers room, this table, Discord, and stuff. When you have proved it, you'll have to go past, at the very least, me and Savitar, who is the director. Plenty of good banter in there when people actually talk, isn't there?
Yeah, when people actually talk.
Which is once in a blue moon. Other ways you can help
No, it's once in a calcified Speed Force energy moon. Even rarer.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Other ways you can help are with potential pieces of concept art for the original characters of the next game. I am looking for people who can do potential concept art for those, because let's face it, Kane's not going to. I think I might actually ask Seko if, like, next podcast he just wants to hop on and we'll do like a whole crossover discussion sort of thing to celebrate the actual crossovers.
Oh, that'd be a good idea.
I'll send it
next weekend. That's a good idea.
Nah, we're releasing this at the weekend for like next week, and we'll probably like
it'll be before
we'll probably
the
live.
crossover. It'll be before the crossover.
Yeah, so we can do this
on the
one
show,
like
that's what
after
I'm
the crossover, possibly try and do it on the Wednesday or something. It'll be difficult due to time constraints, I won't lie, but I do think it's doable.
Yeah.
So
because it'll be really hard because of Australia.
Yeah. As I said, time zone differences. Other ways you can help are we need people to animate cutscenes, we need artists, we need junior writers. What else do we need?
Like I said last time, of course the audience doesn't know this, unfortunately, but ZBrush Pro Modelers.
Yeah, ZBrush Pro Modelers.
We need that for detailing, for faces.
We also need people who can do particles as well. That would be appreciated.
Yeah.
For, like the speedster lightning and anything else like that.
Yeah, it's good at the moment, but it can be improved better.
Yeah.
A lot better.
I think that's potentially like it. Do you?
Yeah.
I can't think of any other ways people can help. Again, guys, link in the description for where to go to audition.
Promoting it. You share this video with all your friends.
Yeah, share the video with your friends.
Your friends, your family.
Share it to your family. Share it to your work colleagues if they actually don't have a life like anyone else who's involved with the project.
Yes, I can confirm.
We are.
I don't have a life.
We are absolutely tragic.
We are.
We are. But so feel free to submit those. Go and audition if you feel like you could voice act. If you don't get like a role in this one, do stick around. You're potentially going to get a role in this second one. There are at least 28 characters in that already. Yeah. Yeah. And if you want to help with the Green Arrow fan game and make that a thing, go hop onto the Discord. You'll find that somewhere else. I can probably stick a link in the description then. And to be fair, link in description. and hopefully this will be somewhat edited. So I think that's everything.
Yeah.
Have you anything else to say, or do you want to finish it there?
What I have to say to the audience is, may the Speed Force be with you.
Yeah, may the Speed Force be with you, and tune in for next week's podcast. Hopefully we will have Teko on there as a guest.
But we can't promise anything, obviously.
No, we can't. So thank you everyone for watching / listening, whatever you're doing, probably listening. And have a good day, night, evening, or even morning, and as always, peace.
Or even the Speed Force. Bye.
Bye everyone.